Majority of the people never see the entire. They pass through the life seeking for something else. They quit existence in confidence that their goals, their wishes are somewhere far away. But in reality, everything they need to achieve their goals is just around them. Megri is the southernmost region of Republic of Armenia. It bounds on Zangelan on the east, Nakhichevan on the west. Its neighbor on the south is Iran, and the border with Iran goes along Arax River. Despite the area of Megri region is not big, 644 square kilometers, here you can find practically all the climate zones, from dry tropical up to alpine meadows. The inhabited areas are located along highlands from 600 to 2,000 meters high. The population of the area is 12,200 people, a part of which, mainly residents of Agarak town, is employed at local enterprise processing molybdenum and copper mines. The others are busy with agricultural activities, particularly with gardening. Megri is known for its broad choice of sweet and flavorful fruits: pomegranates, figs, blood oranges. At the end of the 20th century, 65 monuments have been registered in the area, which are unique and original in their architecture, the style that you don't often see in Armenian churches and monasteries. Due to difficulties in setting up new settlements in this densely populated area, the towns and villages have developed in between the ancient settlement sites, and particularly fortresses. This contributed a lot to preserving the construction traditions.
Ура!
To preserve the authentic architecture of Megri, traditions of culture and of domestic life, in 2000, architect Armine Petrosyan worked out an extensive program, the economic rehabilitation of southernmost regions of Armenia. In 2001, at the preliminary stage, it was included into donor conference Rehabilitation Through Culture and presented in its Cultural Programs for Development manual. The program focuses on unique architectural monuments of Megri, traditional industrial and hydraulic constructions. Just like anywhere in this region also, the many-sided development program has to be started from the most important, the water, and the water supplying infrastructures in the region are also specific. The program, which is named Renovation and Utilization of Karezes of Megri region, in 2002 was presented to the Swiss Development and Cooperation Agency. In July of 2004, the program Revitalization of Shvanitsor Village, Renovation of Water System Karezis was approved and is now being implemented due to joint efforts of Megri One, benevolent NGO and International Organization for Migration, IOM. The Shvanitsor village is located at the southernmost region of Armenia, 400 kilometers away from the capital. It occupies area of 4,222 hectares and has 3,062 residents. The village is buried in fruit gardens. The major source of water supply in Shvanitsor are 4 karezes. Karez is an ancient water supply system. Karezes were mentioned to have been observed on the territory of Armenia in 721 to 705 BC. The word karez has Persian origin. The culture of extracting karez by means of boring the well is typically Eastern. Karezes are used in India, China, Armenia, Afghanistan, and other countries. In the area of Megri, the 1,000 parts of river Arax Valley are watered from these karezes. The town of Megri, village Shvanitsor, Akhtang, Nornavan. The structure of karez is very simple. The first well is bored in the area of underground water known to the local residents. This well has to be narrow and rather deep, so it can reach the water surface. 8 to 10 meters away from this well, the second well is bored, just like the first one. Then it goes like this: the second well, the third, the fourth, until the depth of these wells reaches 2 meters. Then all the wells, starting from the last one from which the spring begins, are connected to the first well by the underground drainage.
Ես մտածում եմ, որ այս քարիզները շատ ստաբիլ ցանց են, չնայած իրանք ամբողջովին.
Well, I used to think that these karezes are a very stable system, though they are not clearly seen. If you walk and enter an area, you will not realize you have something around you. There is nothing charming there, but its importance in terms of providing the whole region with water is too high. It has capacity enough to provide water for the entire village.
Ամբողջ գյուղին մատակարարի.
Some of the karezes in Shvanitsor used to function, but not at full capacity. The surveys showed that none of them has ever been renovated within the past 100 years. Even more, due to non-professional interference, this underground system was significantly spoiled. As the villagers say, even residents who are older than 90 years old do not remember when the karezes were renovated. To implement the project, it was proposed to invite the only professional in Armenia, Yuri Grigorian. He is the chief Kankan. The Persian word Kankan stands for the one who bores wells. The Kankans have always been widely respected in the community. They never used complicated tools, they do not possess any geometrical knowledge, they only work with the help of their feeling of nature and the local area.
Այստեղ ամեն մետրի վրա մի գաղտնիք կա։
There is a secret here on every meteron. Unfortunately, I cannot reveal this secret, and despite I have been involved in these activities for so long, I do not consider myself a professional in this business. For millenniums on, the karezes have been the major source of sustaining human activity. In the past century, with the technical development, they lost their importance, but with the course of time they have been re-evaluated again, since people share to realize that these hydraulic constructions are eternal, they function permanently without requiring expenses and investment.
Ոչ ոք չի իմանում այս տեղի քարիզների տարիքը։ Կարող է եւ 1000 տարուց էլ անցնում այդ։
Nobody knows the age of the karezes here. It may exceed 100 years. Any karez is older than the residential area that it provides with water, since initially the water came and then people settled with where there was water. It represents, we can say, underground churches. We can also say it is the Armenian architecture under the ground. It is Armenian architecture concealed under the ground. From the outside, you can only see the ruins, but when you clear it, bore it and get to the basic layers, you reveal an unseen architectural site which provides with water 12 months a year. Karezes require serious maintenance. Each spring, it is necessary to clean the water conveying routes, to maintain the necessary condition of the wells and of the underground routes with experienced hands. After showers, it is necessary to check the karez, remove the hindrances. Taking all this into consideration, in the frames of the project, it was proposed that Yuri Grigoryan trains the villagers who worked with him to become future khans, so further on they are able to maintain the karez.
Այս ընթացքի մեջ ես աշակերտներ պահեցի։ Հիմա 6 աշակերտ ունեմ այս գյուղում, որից ընտրել եմ
In this period of time, I trained students. Now I have 6 apprentices in the village. After I leave, they will be able to maintain the karezes.
Իմ գնալուց հետո իմ աշակերտներս կպահպանեն այս քարիզը, գյուղի քարիզները։
Out of his 6 apprentices, Yuri Grigoryan singles out a young resident of Shvanitsor, Narek Hovanesyan, and is preparing to pass over to him the job of maintaining these hydraulic constructions. I can clean the karez when they call me and take me there, so I can clear the karez, renovate it. If a well needs to be bored, I can do this too, make a new well. This much I can do, yes. Misha Ananyan, a resident of Shvanitsor, is 67 years old. He is already retired. He used to work as a builder. Despite his age, he also took an active part in the works that play important role in the life of the village. Once they asked me, Yuri, himself, our Khan, he said, please, I do ask you, there is a collapsed section somewhere, do come and rebuild the wall, so I can see how you do it, and you will be reimbursed for this. So I told him, since this is for our village, if the other thing about our village, and this is something that I am able to do, and I have the capacity to build the wall, so I have to go. I deprived myself from anything for a month and a half, and though I had some problems with my health, but I did it. So I am so proud now that this organization has come to here, and these people think about us, and we are happy now. To preserve the renovated karezes, as well as to correctly allocate the water received from karezes, upon completion of the project, Shvanitsor Water Union of Water Recipients non-governmental organization was established. This was done on the basis of consultations of Megri 1 NGO and efforts of the local community. This will be our assignments primarily. We shall have to bring the pipes and line them at a distance of 1,700 meters. Right after the program, as we have already planned, we shall have to do this work, to put these pipes in place with all the necessary dividing equipment. A wise man from an old Chinese tale used to teach his king not to seek for miracles, and he was addressing to him, use whatever you have got, which is to say, utilize what you already have and what you can use. Resources provided by the Swiss Development and Cooperation Agency, SDC. This project, implemented jointly by Megri 1 NGO and International Organization for Migration, has the same message. to be able to do the impossible by utilizing the resources that the humans and the nature have. And in this case, the people themselves, with surprise and admiration, will state that the life is really improving. If at the initial period the water was supplied at a rate of 10-15 liters per second, after the cleansing works, now the rate is up to 35 liters per second. Now, if there is no water in this region, people will not stay here anymore. The same spring that they rebuilt has a very high significance and importance for this area. As of today, if these karezes were not cleaned up, the irrigation would have been too difficult. The spring will provide with running water the inhabited area, and the people will not have to climb the hill with buckets full of water.